blood circulatory system. Let's go. Welcome back, guys. So there is the material for you to download in the description box below. Help yourself. So blood circulatory system. So my goal today is to help you to understand the flow and the story and also the label links. Okay, and we'll try out some exercise. Now, first thing first, you have to know all the 13 label links that we have for your heart. Okay, I'm just gonna go through it very quickly. And we want to focus on the steps, or I should say the flow of the blood instead. Okay, so first thing first, we have 4 chambers of the heart. So I'll call it as 4 chambers of the heart. So we have up, down, and left, right. So let's cut into a cross line. Okay, so the bottom part will be what we call as ventricle. So we have right ventricle and left ventricle. So remember, when you look into book or exercises or like notes like that, it will be the opposite of what your real heart is. So this is the right side, but it's actually on your left side. It's the opposite, because if you turn your book around and put it onto your chest, that's the correct side of right, and that's the correct side of left. So it's always the other way around. So right ventricle, left ventricle. On the top part is what we call as atrium. So we have left atrium and we have right atrium. As simple as that. Okay, that's the first 4. Second 4 will be your valves. So we have 4 valves. Okay, here we go. We have bicuspid valve, tricuspid valve. Sorry, my mistake. Bicuspid valve, tricuspid valve, and semilunar both on the top, which is the same name. Okay, so remember, tricuspid is on the right side. So hence, this is how I usually used to remember. Right side, try. That's how I remember. So the other way, the other one will be definitely bicuspid valve. So that means I remember one, so the other one is just the opposite. Okay, I know it's lousy, right? But that's how I used to remember. Okay, right. 4 valves now. Next, we have 4 blood vessels. Okay, so we have the biggest one, aorta. Okay, and then we have pulmonary artery and pulmonary vein on the right. On the left side, on the right side of your view. Okay, they are called pulmonary because these blood vessels are connected to the lungs. So the lungs are called pulmonary. So like, these are the blood vessels that goes to the lung and come back from the lung. So to the lung, from the lung. So pulmonary artery to the lung, pulmonary vein from the lungs. So that's how you remember. Okay, and we have vena cava, superior and inferior, but it's okay. We will just call that as vena cava, which is on the right side. Okay, right. So 4 blood vessels: vena cava, aorta, pulmonary artery, pulmonary vein. The last one will be septum, which is the wall that separates the left side and the right side of the heart. Okay, the wall. Can, no problem. Right, these are very basic. Yeah, 4.1, 4.4.4.1. In total, we have 13 labelings to remember. Okay, try to go through that a few times. I'm pretty sure you can. Hence, I have one question for you to fill up all the names of the parts for you, which I'm not going to do it, so you can help yourself and refer to the picture. Okay, just to give you a better idea of how the whole structure is, let's get into some animation, everybody. Okay, so you can see this on your screen, right? Right. So I think we will start with the first 4. The first 4 will be the rooms, the chambers that we have. So starting from maybe this one. Okay, so this will be on the left side, by the way. Remember, it's on the other side of your view. Okay, so this is on the right side. It's on the left of the heart. Okay, so this is called the left atrium. Get a better look from behind. Left atrium. Okay, right. Then you have your right atrium. Get a better look from behind. Right atrium. This is on the right side of the heart, but from your view is on the left side, right? Okay, then we have the ventricle at the bottom. So this is a cross section. So this part, this part on the inside, the lower part, that will be your left ventricle, and this will be your right ventricle. So 4 rooms, there you go. The second 4 will be the valves. So there you go. This is on the right side, right, tricuspid. This will be on the left side, bicuspid. Well, the name tri for tree, because there is 3 sides. If you realize, there is 3 flaps or 3 layers that you are seeing here. Why we call bi? Because if you take a closer look, there is only 2. It's not 3 sides, right? This is 2, and this is 3. Can see, right? It's a triangle. You have 3 sides of it. So tricuspid, bicuspid. Okay, come on. Bicuspid, okay? And semilunar valve, both on the top. Take a good look here. Semilunar. Okay? Semilunar. No problem? Okay, cool. Then we have 4 valves done, right? The next thing is we have 4 blood vessels. Okay, so this is the largest one, aorta, right? This is to the lungs, pulmonary artery to the lungs, okay? And this back from the lung, pulmonary vein back from the lung, okay? And then we have vena cava, obviously on the right side here. Okay, let's turn around. Vena cava from the top, okay? And vena cava from the bottom. Yep, can. And lastly will be the wall at the center, which is the septum. Okay, so take a good look again in 3D. Okay, there you go. We'll be back for more later. Yeah. Okay, next, let's talk about the flow, shall we? Right, I have already constructed a table here, so take a look at the table. These are the flow following the number. So this one on the orange title, I should say like a red title, represents the red color blood vessels as well. Okay, which is what I call as oxygenated blood, the site where we involve in oxygenated. Or I could also say this is on the left side of the heart. This is happening on the left side of the heart. Okay, and you can see the blue title here represents the blue blood vessels, which is also deoxygenated, which represents the right side of the heart. Okay, so we split into half. This is the right side, this is the left side. Okay, right. But it has nothing to do with the real left and real right side. This is just to show you to split into half, so it's easier for your understanding. Okay, right, so first thing first, let's start with number 1, pulmonary vein, which is where blood coming in from the lung, which is obviously oxygenated blood. Okay, from the lung enter the heart. That's number 1. So let's make it short and simple. Don't have to memorize a lot one. You just have to remember the important keywords. Okay, and the flow. Yeah, obviously. So oxygenated blood from the lung comes back to the heart, right? Then the first place to enter will be your left atrium. This one. Left atrium. So left atrium will contract, will push the blood down. So oxygenated blood is forced to flow into the left ventricle, which is the bottom part. Forced to flow into the left ventricle. You can follow the arrow as well, like that. Okay, but it has to go through this valve called bicuspid valve that allows blood to flow in one direction from the left atrium, means the top, to the bottom. Cannot U-turn, cannot go back. Okay, that's the job of the valve, which is to close up so that the blood does not return when the left ventricle contracts. Yeah, because when you contract, the blood is probably splashing out or pumping out in all directions. So you don't want the blood to return this way. You want the blood to go up this way. Okay, So hence, that's the function of bicuspid valve, right? So then next, in left ventricle will contract. Oxygenated blood flow into aorta, which is the largest blood vessels. Okay, that is going through semilunar valve. Remember just now I showed you semilunar valve, which is to prevent blood from coming back lah. There is a valve here. You do not want the blood to return to the left ventricle. You want to go all the way out. You do not want a U-turn of blood into your heart. Okay, so that's the job of semilunar valve. Right? Last, aorta, that's to transport oxygenated blood from heart to all parts of the body except for the lung. So from here, right, blood will go all parts of the body and come back to the heart. So hence, quickly to show you the double blood circulatory system, as human we have two circulation. So this is where the oxygenated blood goes to the whole body. Okay, and that's when you release oxygen into body parts, and then the blood that comes back will be deoxygenated blood. Okay, we'll come back to that if we need to. As for now, you guys okay with this one, which is the right side of the heart? Okay, we will get into the left side of the heart. Yeah, so now once you have gone to the whole body, sorry, wrong drawing, whole body to release oxygen, and then that relates to your previous chapter, which is chapter 2, which is respiration. After you release oxygen, then gas will be collected in the blood. Carbon dioxide gas will be collected. So when carbon dioxide gas is collected, it will be transferred back to the heart. Yeah. So when transferred back to the heart, it has to go back through vena cava. Through vena cava. So here we are now. Okay. From the whole body back to the heart. Into vena cava. Yeah. So deoxygenated blood from whole body back to the heart. Number 7. Okay. Enters to the right atrium. This column. Okay. This chamber. So blood comes in here and being pushed down to the ventricle. Okay, so right atrium contract, deoxygenated blood flow into right ventricle, which is the bottom. Through what? Through the valve again, tricuspid valve, which is to allow blood flow in one direction. I don't want the blood to go back to the atrium. No. Okay, so flow in this direction. Okay, that's the job of the tricuspid valve. Yeah. Okay, next. Now we are in the right ventricle, which is the bottom one. Same. It will contract. Deoxygenated blood means blood without oxygen, means full of carbon dioxide. Will flow out to the pulmonary artery. Remember where is that? Pulmonary artery. Yeah, from here go out to the pulmonary artery, which is going to the lungs. Yeah, but passing through semilunar valve, which is to allow blood to flow in one direction. I don't want the blood to return, yeah, into the ventricle. Okay, pulmonary artery, which is the one that transport blood to the lung, deoxygenated blood from heart to the lung. Okay, to carry out the gaseous exchange, which is respiration topic, which is the previous chapter. If you're interested, you may click the link below or above somewhere to learn about the previous topic. Yeah. Okay, cool. That's the whole sequence. Try to go around it for a few times, then I'm pretty sure you will get into your head. It's just like a flow of making cake. You have to just repeat doing it. You'll be familiar without the recipe, right? So from 1 to 12, keep going through the flow. You'll be okay. So final thing, right? This is called double blood circulatory system, means we have two circulation, as I was mentioning just now. So blood, oxygenated blood from aorta, which is an artery, a type of artery, go to the whole body to distribute oxygen. Once you finish distributing oxygen, that means you collect carbon dioxide. It becomes the blue color, which is vein coming back, which is vena cava, a type of vein. Yeah, and the ventricle will pump the blood up, which is through pulmonary artery, which is a kind of artery, to the lungs, which is to do gaseous exchange. Carbon dioxide throw away, oxygen collect, Then the blood is called oxygenated blood again, come back through the heart, called pulmonary vein, which is a kind of vein. So the best way to differentiate which is artery and which is vein, usually vein means blood coming back to the heart. Come back. It's called vein. Yeah, so we have one vein, two vein. Two veins are to the heart, Of course, in your body there's still a lot, but I'm just talking about the heart right now. And we have artery means going out of the heart. Also got two. So got two vein, there is two artery at the meantime. Okay, no problem. So yeah, there you go. Pulmonary circulatory system is the one that goes to the lung, come back to the heart, go to the lung, come back to the heart, go to the lung, come back to the heart. Okay, yeah, this one. And the other one is called systemic circulatory system. Systemic means to the body. Systemic means to the body, from the heart to the body, from the heart to the body, from the heart to the body. This is called double circulatory system. So in this part, you must know how to label which is systemic and which is pulmonary. Pulmonary means the lung, remember. Pulmonary means lung. So it goes to the lung and it comes back from the lung. Okay, cool. I think we, final thing, we try out some, look out some animations to get you to understand the whole thing again. Okay, so first of all, I think I'm gonna give it at a 80 BPM. Just to have a look of how the heart is being pumped. Okay, guys, no problem. Yeah. Okay, so if we have the direction, take a look, everybody, take a look. Okay, let's make it slower for everybody to take a look. Yeah, so blood comes in through this part, yeah, which is the atrium, left atrium, and blood comes in through atrium into the ventricle, what you're looking at now. See, the arrow is coming in through the bicuspid valve, and when the ventricle pump, right, the red color arrow goes up. Do you see that? The red color arrow, focus on the red color. Go up to the semilunar, this one. Semilunar. Again, go up. Okay, so come in, pop, pop, go up. There you go. So where this goes to, it goes to the aorta, which is the largest blood vessels that distribute blood to all parts of the body. Okay, so after you go to the body, distribute all the blood, then you come in through vena cava. So take a look at vena cava now, which is this part. Look at the arrow is coming into the atrium, to the right atrium, and then it comes in through tricuspid valve. Do you see that? Tricuspid valve. Look at the blue color arrow, everybody. Blue color arrow. Okay, and when the right ventricle pumps blood, okay, look at that. When the ventricle pumps blood, look at the blue arrow, it's going up to the semilunar. Okay, it's going up to the semilunar. Saw that? So semilunar opens up and blood goes through this blood vessel, which is pulmonary artery, which is to the lung. And then gaseous exchange at the lung, and then the same story comes back. Pulmonary vein, which is this two little hole into your atrium. Okay, maybe let's have a final look of the whole thing. Yeah, or maybe let's add on the blood. There you go. Right, shall we add on the heartbeat maybe? There you go. Okay, this is 76 beats per minute, right? Let's maybe get up to 100. That's the max I can go. I'm sorry, that's all I can show you. Okay, this is 100. Probably almost like a a jogging, maybe slow walk to jogging. Okay, it can go up to 120 if you run. Yeah, but at the moment, this will be how it works. Okay, cool. Let's get back to our notes. Please turn with me to this page, or you download it and you print it on yourself. Okay, now to fill up the blank is for you, so I'm gonna leave it for you to practice. I will go straight into the next part, which is B, shall we? Okay, so question B says draw blood flow in the heart with arrows. Okay, blood flow. Well, this is a flat view lah, huh? It's not like the one that we see in the animation. Especially the blood vessels are not as what we learned just now. So this is almost flat into like that. Okay, so atriums, ventricle, ventricle. So blood comes in, remember, from the lung to the pulmonary vein. So blood comes in this part. Okay, so by the way, this is pulmonary vein. Yeah. Okay, so blood goes down through the valve, which is called bicuspid valves, and go down to the ventricle. So ventricle will contract and blood is pumped upwards through the semilunar valve and all the way up to aorta. By the way, this is aorta. Okay, and it goes to the whole body to distribute oxygen, collect carbon dioxide, and then come back through this part. Okay, so from here, this is your vena cava, okay, and then goes through the tricuspid valve. This area is a valve lah. It's not so obvious, but it's there. Okay, so then comes down, it pumps up through the right ventricle, through semilunar valve, and this is pulmonary artery. Yeah, if it's a flat view, it's like that one. They draw four blood vessels, 2 in, 2 out. But if you refer to the real structure, right, it's here. This is out, this is into the atrium, and then from here to aorta to the whole body, it comes back in here. Okay, then from here it connects to this, to the lung, and then lung comes back. Yeah, so it's a different view. Make sure you get familiar with that. So there you go. You don't have to label the names. It's just me labeling for you to see. So this is the direction of the blood flow. Okay, so name 2 blood vessels which carry oxygenated blood. So oxygenated blood, it has to be on the left or right. Think about it based on this one, which is the red color one, the red color one. But exam no color, you have to know. Okay, so it will be on the left side of your heart, remember? So left side of the heart, the blood vessels will be aorta and pulmonary veins on the left side. Yeah, because pulmonary artery is the blood vessels that carry deoxygenated blood to the brain, to the lungs, and collect oxygen back to the veins again. So there you go. Your answer will be aorta and pulmonary vein, which is 2 blood vessels that carry oxygenated blood. This is to the body, this is from the lung. Okay, this is to body, this is from the lungs. Okay, all good. Right, 2 blood vessels that carry deoxygenated, there you go, deoxygenated will be on the right side of the heart. Yeah, so we have pulmonary artery and vena cava. So pulmonary artery is to lungs. This is from body, by the way, just to let you know. Okay, which chamber of the heart has the thickest wall? Okay, take a look at the picture here. You can kind of recognize this very fat wall. Remember, that has to be your left ventricle. Why? Because it's like you have a dominant hand, or you have a dominant leg, or a dominant muscle. You've been using it for so long, hence it will be larger than the other side. So that particular chamber, which is left ventricle, is always pumping so strongly so that the blood can flow from the heart to all body parts. So hence it has to be very strong. Whereas the rest is just to the lung, come back from the lung, come back from the body. So the really strong one is the one that always pump blood to the whole body. That will be your left ventricle, because it pumps oxygenated blood to the rest of the body. That's why it makes it so strong, and it has to be strong at the meantime. Okay, next, what is the structure that separate left side and right side of the heart? Obviously, septum, easy. Structure that separate atrium and ventricle. Oh, atrium and ventricle is up and down though. So up and down will be the valve, I guess. The valves that separate the top room and the bottom room. Yep, there you go. So valves. Yeah, you can be specific on the names, but you can also just write valve. Understood? Okay, no problem. Cool. Next question, shall we? Question number 2. Label the blood circulatory system figure using the words below. So given systemic and pulmonary. So systemic will be to the body, right? Pulmonary means to the lung, right? So you know pulmonary has to be on the top lah. This is to the lung, come back to the heart, from the heart to the lung, come back to the heart. Okay, if you want to, you may refer this as well. This is pulmonary circulatory system. Okay, cool. Let's label in the picture. So maybe let's do this. Okay, so this will be systemic circulation. Okay, can? All right, so the other part will be the lower part, I guess. That will be, oh no, my bad, sorry, that is not systemic. Okay, question number 2, shall we? Right. Label blood circulatory system in figure using the words provided. Okay, systemic and pulmonary. Okay, like if you need to, please refer to this. So pulmonary means the upper part to the lungs. Okay, and systemic basically means the lower part, which is to the body. Yeah. Okay, let's do this. So on the top part, maybe let's label on the outside. Okay, that will be your pulmonary circulation. Okay, on the bottom part, okay, that will be your systemic circulation. Okay, there you go. No problem. Yeah. Okay, next one. On the figure given, label position of the, oh, so there is 3 things to label. Position of the lung, left ventricle and right ventricle. Okay, position of the lung, you all know it's on the top lah. So from here, let's just label out. This is the lung. Okay, and then left ventricle and right atrium. So left ventricle, the left side is actually the right side of the picture, right? Left ventricle, which is the bottom part, this one. Left ventricle. Okay, and then next is asking for right atrium. Right atrium. Atrium is the top part, so here. Right atrium. Okay, is that all? Yeah, cool. Number 2, show the direction of oxygenated blood flow with arrow. Oh, oxygenated blood flow. Yeah, just oxygenated, not the deoxygenated. Well, of course, from my screen here, you can see the color, the red color, oxygenated. But an exam don't have, so you have to remember, oxygenated must be on the left side of your heart. Okay, so let's just use, okay, I'm just going to use black color pen to show that. So from here, aorta out to the body. Okay, and then from the lung in to the heart. I mean, you can draw onto the blood vessels, but I think difficult to see also. So I draw on the outside. No problem. Okay, easy cheesy. That's B2. Okay, C. What is the name of the blood circulatory? So human, we're always called double because we have two sides, the systemic on the bottom and then the pulmonary on the top, so double. Okay, that will be double blood circulatory system. Okay, explain briefly how oxygen arrive at the heart. It means from the lung. Okay, and then reaches the cell of your kidney. So you see, the flow will be lung to heart, heart to kidney. Okay, that's the flow, by the way. Yeah. Okay, so like oxygen from the lung diffuse into blood capillaries and carry through to the heart. So there you go. That's the first part. Okay, the lungs into the heart through pulmonary vein. Yeah, I have to be very clear of all the names of the blood vessels. Yeah, if you're not too good at that, please make sure you go through a few times. Then oxygenated blood leaves the heart through aorta, distribute to the cells of the kidney. So there you go. These are the story. So you can make it simple. You don't have to form very complicated sentences as long as you have important points. Yeah, oxygen diffuse into blood capillary. Okay, in the lungs. That's your first story. Next story, from the lungs, heart will carry oxygenated blood through pulmonary vein and enter the lung. Enter the heart, by the way. Exit the lung, enter the heart. Pulmonary vein. Okay, oxygenated blood leaves the heart. That's your third part already. Oxygenated blood leaves the heart through aorta and it goes to the cell of the kidney. Okay. Question E. What substance are transported from by your blood system from small intestine to your heart? From small intestine to your heart. Oh, if I were to ask you, as you are blood, ask you to go to the small intestine to pick up a parcel, do you have any idea of what you're picking up? That depends on where you're going. Because if I ask you to go to small intestine, then you're, oh, small intestine. Small intestine is for digestion one or food one or. I think I'm going to pick up food lah. I don't know, the heart didn't tell me, it just asked me to go and pick up. So I'm guessing I'm picking up food. Yeah, it depends where you're going to. If you're going to the lungs, right, then of course that's where you pick up oxygen and you throw carbon outside, right? Okay, so digested food such as glucose and amino acid. This is from your Form 2 Chapter 3 lah, digestion. What is transported from the lung? There you go. Lung to body cell means if you were to ask to go to the lung to collect something and pass to body cell, you must be collecting oxygen, no? Vice versa. From body cell back to the lung, that means you are asked to throw away the carbon dioxide lah. From body cell back to the lung. Okay? Cool, no problem. Now, I have one little work for you, which is to fill up all the labelings. Make sure you are good at the labelings first and the names. Then this box will seem to be a lot easier for you. So in sequence, please make sure you get to remember the flow. Yeah? Cool, I guess that's it for today. I hope the video helped. If you have any questions, you can ask in the description box below. Alright, maybe consider to subscribe, share to your friends, and give me a like. I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.